Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today I am going to be talking about a couple red flags that you can be on the lookout for when hiring somebody. If you have any experience in hiring and building teams, I'm pretty sure that at this point you are aware that you can't always tell if somebody is going to be the perfect fit or the perfect match for your company, but there are a couple cues, a couple things that can clue you in onto making better hiring decisions. So let's get into a couple things that we should be looking at. The first red flag that you want to watch out for is the way that they talk about their previous employer or even their previous teammates. So you want to pay attention for language that is negative or even a little gossipy. Anything that points to them using their previous employer as the reason why they weren't successful or why they couldn't get the job done are things to really watch out for and to be very careful about when making hiring decisions. Red flag number 2, and this one is very important to me, is eye contact. And I think that we all know that eye contact is so important to make connection, not only in the interview process, but whenever you're having a conversation with anybody. It's important to connect, and one way that we do that is by eye contact. So when there is no eye contact, it's gonna be difficult to have connection. Maybe it might take a little bit for that person to warm up, but if it's something that's consistent, they're either looking around or looking down, that can also be a sign of not only not being able to connect and build relationship, but also lack of confidence. And for any position, especially for roles that require a lot of people engagement, you need to connect and you need to be able to be confident to build relationships and to get the job done. So look out for that, lack of eye contact. Red flag number 3 has a lot to do with how prepared they are coming into the interview. And this can be indicative of how prepared they are going to be to do the job. How prepared somebody comes into the interview can be an indicator of how prepared they might be to get the job done, how prepared they would be on a day-to-day basis. And if they cannot come in prepared for something so important like an interview, you have to pay attention to that. There have been times where candidates might not even know the name of the company, the position, or the responsibilities, and they tend to give very vague responses. So watch out for that. Might be something to look into. The next red flag has a lot to do with experience. So looking at the candidate's resume, have they been hopping around from position to position? And not only hopping around, but even paying attention to the length of time that they've spent in certain positions. Have they been short? You might want to ask deeper questions. Were they internships? So what kind of quality work have they done? And paying attention to the time frame of those things is going to cue you in as to whether this person is here to stay, to commit to a position, and to commit to the growth of your company. Very important to look for. The last few red flags that you want to look out for have a lot to do with image and their ability to actually get to the position. So 1, do they look professional? And 2, do they have reliable transportation to make it to work? Simple things, but things that you want to look out for just because you want somebody that does have the ability to get to and fro, that is not going to have constant excuses for not being able to show up. So you want to make sure that they are reliable in that way and that they look the part for the position as well. First impressions are everything, and so having team members that look the part, that are well groomed, that are looking professional is not going to only improve your environment, but it's also going to attract other people that are also professional and have the ability and the willingness to show up for the team, to show up for your company, and to do the job and to do it well. So those are a couple red flags to look for when hiring people. There are, of course, a lot more. If you have any more, make sure that you share them with us. But I hope that you found these red flags helpful and that you are able to use them as clues to help you make better hiring decisions. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on more videos like this.